Good morning, friends. I got my crazy hair going on today, all right? So we're going to go ahead and start with our first story of this week. Our first story is called It is the Wind by Farida Wolf. And what we're going to talk about during this story is how we can notice that there are things that we remember from before, okay? So something that we've already experienced, and how we can relate to them in the story. So let's go ahead and get started, and maybe you'll get an idea of exactly what I mean. Here we go. Okay. It is the Wind by Farida Wolf, illustrated by James Ransom. All right. What is the noise I hear in the night that wakens me, that shakens me? The noise I hear in the dark, in the night. Have you ever woken up and heard some noises? I know I have. I actually heard some last night. I was wondering what this clattering sound was in my kitchen, and it turns out it was just some bottles I had up there. Here we go. What animal is this? You are correct. It is an owl. It is the owl, I think, on the branch that whispers, hoo, that whispers, boo. The owl, I think, sitting high on the branch. So as he glances out his window, he thinks it's an owl. It is the dog, I think, in the yard that's howling, woo, that's howling, woo. The dog, I think, by the fence in the yard. I know I've heard some dogs howling outside. My dog goes out there and does it. It is the gate, I think, on its hinge that creaks a groan, that creaks a moan. The gate, I think, with a clink on its hinge. All right, I know that we can relate to quite a few of these, hearing animals outside or even just a door open and close. It is the swing, I think, by the barn that sways and clunks, that sways and thunks. The swing, I think, in the breeze by the barn. I love how we have words here that are different color. And the reason why they are different color is because these words are making sounds that our objects in the pictures are making. So the swing here is saying clunk and thunk. It is the calf, I think, on the loose that calls out wah, that calls out ma. The calf, I think, down the path on the loose. Why do you think he's crying? Maybe he misses his mommy? It's a possibility. It is the toad, I think, in the pond that makes the splash, that makes the crash. The toad, I think, on the log in the pond. I know toads outside my house can be super loud with their croaking. Ooh, look at the black cat. It is the cat, I think, in the woods that hollers meow, that hollers meow. The cat, I think, where it stalks in the woods. It is the hare, I think, in the brush that's pounding thump, that's pounding bump. The hare, I think, near the field in the brush. And there goes the hare, just hippity-hopping along the way. It is the bugs, I think, in the grass that stir and crick, that stir and click. The bugs, I think, singing songs in the grass. I remember when I was younger, we heard a lot of crickets when I lived in New York. Crickets were super loud. It is the sheet, I think, on the line that rustles swish, that rustles twish. The sheet, I think, flipping flap on the line. It is the wind, I think, that sighs, good night, that sighs, sleep tight. The wind, just the wind, in the night, in my room. There goes our cat. Now, I think a lot of us can relate to this because there's times when I'm sleeping and I wake up, whether I hear a noise or I just wake up because my body just happens to wake me up, and we start to hear different sounds. Then after a while, our body starts to get tired again and it falls asleep. I'm sure that's happened to you too. All right, go ahead and get started on our work for today. I'll talk to you later.